Another way we can do this is in a supine position. And in this supine position, I'm going to use my hand as a bolster. And that bolster is going to go underneath the sacrum. And I'm using my hand specifically because it can get in there faster than me fussing around with a bolster. And I can palpate. I can feel how much movement the ilium is doing against the sacrum. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to flex my patient or client's hip and knee like this. Once they're in this position, I'm going to put a downward force or a posterior force through the long axis of the femur, which will cause a little bit of a posterior glide of the femur against the ilium, which is not bad in this scenario, because if you're of the belief of a convex-concave rule, when we're in this flex position, typically we'll have a posterior glide, so it might make sense if you're of that belief. And then the other part of this is it's going to take the ilium against the sacrum like this to create this posterior movement of the ilium against the sacrum, because this sacrum is getting bolstered with my hand and it looks like this. Slide that in, palm face down, all sacrum. No strange contact is in place. You can probably see in camera 3, there's no awkward contact that's happening there. And then from here, it's going to be a straight posterior movement. Again, I much prefer to use my hand. This patient would not be disrobed, or if they were disrobed, I wouldn't uncover them. I wouldn't even undrape a limb for this. I would keep them completely covered and just work them completely covered like this. But again, to have to fuss to get a bolster in there, a decent height of the bolster, make sure it's only sacrum, it's not making contact with the ilium, becomes a little difficult to do. The hand tends to be a little bit quicker.